in a car accident recently. Yeah. I hit a deer. Anybody do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. So obviously I'm late to work. I get to work and I'm telling everybody, like, oh yeah, I hit a deer. I work in a mine, so there's a bunch of tough guys all like, you hit a deer? What kind? You know? I don't know what kind. What was it a mule? Was it a whitetail? Was it a doe? Was it a buck? Come on, what was it? Like, I don't know what kind of deer it was, man. But it was big and green, and that farmer driving it was pissed. I do work in a mine because I didn't do good in high school. And I didn't do good in community college either. Like, community college gets a bad rap, but it's just like a real college, except it costs less and no one respects it. My high school transcripts and my college transcript, it looks like my wife's bra, just 34 deep. But I work in a mine, and people think like, oh, a miner, that's a tough profession. Like, yeah, it is. It is. It's a pretty tough profession. But the problem is I work in a mine called the Sunshine. That's not tough at all. Like, oh, you work at the Sunshine Mine? What are you mining? Glitter and good vibes? Is that where those cute, chalky little hearts come from? That say like, be mine? You know, Valentine? Yeah. Speaking of Valentine's, anybody else screw up Valentine's this year? Just me? Alright, that's fine, we'll talk about it. No, I underdid it this year. I thought I was doing good. You know, I went out and bought a nice box of wine. I call it the cardboard dough. You reacted much better than my wife did. It was like 8:30 in the morning. Like, I was hoping you'd make me breakfast in bed. I'm like, make you breakfast in bed? Honey, I don't make you finish in bed. No, it's I've never like coerced or forced a woman into sleeping with me, but I have annoyed my wife into having sex with me. I'm not a sexual predator, I'm a sexual pesterer. Ladies, tell me if you've heard this one before. But it's my birthday. Anyway, so I was harassing her. She looks at me and she says, you know what? I'm just gonna buy you a block of pussy. I'm like, but babe, you've already got a real one. She's like, yeah, and he's on my last fucking nerve. I love my wife. Hope she doesn't die before me. I don't know what I'd do without her. I'd probably just go broke paying for seances. Yeah, talking to mediums, like, I want to talk to my wife again. Like, I finally get through to her. Like, oh, babe, is that you? Honey, oh my God. Oh, what was that show we were watching? Have you seen my keys? She get irritated and stop answering. Have to get a Ouija board and email her. Hope this finds you well. Hey, quick question. Who is our pediatrician? Kids doctor. I don't know if you know this, but I come from a long line of problem drinkers. Wild, right? Well, I know it's bad because my grandfather was the first person to have a blow and go installed in their work vehicle. Yeah. Yeah, he's a school bus driver. You know, judge them all you want, but those kids got dropped off. Speaking of dropping, anybody here drop a kid before? Again, just me? Fine, we'll talk about it. I only dropped my kid, okay? The cool thing about dropping your own kid is like wrecking your own car. Yeah, if it's not bad enough for someone to call the cops, you just gotta hide the dents. Alright, this is getting a little awkward, huh? It's more awkward than a homeschool prom. You know, you're dancing, your dad's coming like, alright, make room for Jesus. Oh. Aunt Carol's gonna make me a man. No, I was not homeschooled. But I did go, I basically went to a homeschool. I graduated with 30 people. I did 30 people. That's school. The only reason we had 30 people is because 3 people had to repeat from the year before. Like, one of the cool things about being a small school is like, there's no tryouts for anything. Like, you just sign up, you're on the team. Which is probably why I never developed a cheerleader fetish. I tell you, 4 years, our hardest cheerleader was 6 months pregnant. All right, we're getting awkward again. I like it. Driving this. Speaking of awkward, you ever tried to small talk a prostitute? Don't work. So, what do you do for a living? Right. Anybody ever been with a prostitute? Again, just me. Fine. We'll talk about it. I'm not embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I'm a little embarrassed. Like a smidge. They were like, you found a prostitute? How did you do that? Well, I had money and opportunity. Like, how would you do that? Like, I paid a woman to have sex with me. Like, that's the most healthy relationship I've ever had. Honestly, I'm not even embarrassed about it. I'm more embarrassed when I pay someone to change my oil. You know? So, I mean, in both situations, I probably could have handled it myself. But there's just something about paying a high school dropout to do it for me. And to their credit, they both probably prevented a breakdown. Oh my goodness. You guys are a lot of fun. So I was raised by a single dad. Any single dads here? Oh, all right, give it up for him. That's a tough job. I was raised by a man who didn't want me in the first place. So I got divorced, and they're going through the custody hearing. My dad's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw the custody hearing. I'm going to get drunk. And then they'll definitely give the kid to his mom. And so he did that. My dad got hammered in the parking lot of the courthouse. And then he showed up in front of the judge. And but what he didn't count on was my mom being even smarter. Yeah, she didn't show up. Missed out on this. You believe this? Well, see, so I don't know if you know this, but if you're in a court case and the other side doesn't show up, you automatically win. My dad heard this and said, "Best 2 out of 3." No, my dad raised me. He did the best he could, really, but he wasn't about to let having a kid get in the way of getting laid. Like, he found out he loved PTA meetings. Parent-teacher conference. He look, my dad screwed more teachers than No Child Left Behind. You're like, but JD, what about your mom? What happened to her? She split town to go party and do drugs. I'm like, oh, how could you do that? How could you leave your kid and go party and do drugs? And then, like, I had kids. I look at them, I'm like, I get it now. Oh, bathtubs and tea parties or hot tubs and key parties. My mom didn't sleep around a lot, but she was very loyal to losers. She loved herself a good loser. She is one guy. I didn't know anything about drugs. I opened a drawer. I found a bunch of bent spoons. Yeah. I thought my mom was dating an X-Men. Start calling that dude Magneto. Her favorite boyfriend that she had, or my favorite boyfriend she had, was a tweaker that did close-up magic. Yeah, I called him David Copper Theft. Oh man, I promised myself I wasn't gonna do this. You know what? This is the last one. You guys hear the love languages? The 5 love languages?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I don't mind. That's one that matters. Physical touch.
Yeah.
I like to get my hands on a woman. Not like that. Alright. I like to, massage her, run my fingers through her hair. It gets a little awkward when you hang out too long on the bald spot. The one behind her knee. Yeah. Oh, so you got a problem with body hair? Come on, this is Idaho. You're like, oh, you got hairy legs? That's cool. Me too. Let's rub them together. Stay warm. You got a little mustache? Sweet. Or like an old-timey villain. Time in the tracks. Let's role play. You got hair on your back? Oh! You know what they say about a woman with hair on her back, right? Fucking gross.